that's why. And I think sometimes that comes in, they meet reality. They think, oh, it's going to be like this. Like it's going to be love, shower up, kid. Everything's going to go smoothly for me. My man is just going to get money from me. He's going to do all these things for me. It's going to look good for the family. I'm going to look great. And then they get into it, and then you can get those things, but not knowing that things are going to be demanded of you. You're going to have to work. Like, you're going to get told that you need to elevate. You're going to get told that you need to make these adjustments and changes for your man. Oh, hey, what's up, everybody?
Oh, hey.
Welcome back to another episode of the Buffet Podcast with your favorite hosts, Brandan and Ciandra. It is 2024.
Yeah.
I hope y'all had a very good holiday. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah,
Happy Kwanzaa.
Happy Kwanzaa.
One of us ain't black.
And any other ones that you may follow or not follow, but definitely Happy New Year. There's black people, and that's all of those things we just said.
They are. That's very true. But you got to keep your third eye open, my brother. Kwanzaa was created by the black man for the black man.
So it's the FUBU of celebration.
Yes.
FUBU of celebration.
Superior.
So yeah, man, we're finally back in the new year. We took a little break. Felt great. Bars. So we had, we was chilling, having a good time.
Big chilling.
I hope y'all enjoyed y'all's times too with the people that you care to be around. All right, man, how you feeling? We getting into it. I say this. I feel like there's a lot of shit that happened.
There are a lot of things that happened, but pop culture things that we wouldn't typically talk about anyway. So, I guess the only thing that pop culture thing that maybe we would have talked about was the Simone Biles. That's the only thing that comes to mind for me.
Oh yeah, on a relationship tip.
Yeah, was there anything else that?
No, there's plenty of things that happen in like social media. It's happening most likely like. Especially the stuff with Cat Williams that's just blowing the world.
Yeah.
But none of that has anything to do with like relationships, except he talked
about the toxic women thing.
Toxic women, and he was talking about what's your boy who was guilty but not guilty with the white girl
Jonathan Majors. What did he say about that?
Oh, he was just like, that's how
Oh, that's how they do you. He was like, they can build you up, but they can also take you down. That's a part of the deal.
Part of the package. I ain't gonna repeat it with y'all said.
But I do think that toxic women thing was interesting. And this is not a direct quote, but he was saying that I'm interested in or attracted to toxic women.
Oh yeah, they're fun.
Yeah, they're fun. But I also recognize that there is something to feed that toxicity, right? That like, yes, typically when we think of someone who has toxic traits or behaviors, those traits or behaviors are tied to either something in their upbringing or it's a learned behavior associated with them being able to get the results that they want, right? Like it's work for them. And so you as the partner in a relationship with someone who's toxic, whatever it is that person needs to feel like, okay, this behavior is appropriate, this behavior is going to be rewarded, or there aren't any consequences for this behavior, you are feeding the toxicity and inviting more of it into your life, essentially. And he said that like, yeah, I recognize that. So when I'm done or like when I stop feeding it, that's when all hell breaks loose, basically, because I'm no longer...
They'll disappear. They'll leave. Their best way to get rid... You can't leave... It's hard to leave a toxic person because... What of toxicity? So the best way is to get them to leave, and the best way to get them to leave is to cut off the feed to whatever is is fueling them. Whatever that may be, whether that be emotional immaturity. They just start pouting and start acting out and getting all like they're throwing a temper tantrum, and then you acquiesce because you just wanted to be quiet or you wanted to bring peace back. Now they know that this behavior begets whatever they were looking for. So the best way to cut that out is to not give them the reaction or the thing, whatever it is that they are looking for. And if you're smart, like Kat said, you would be able to figure it out. Maybe not right away, but definitely if you pay attention to the patterns, you'll be able to see what it is. And he was like, I'll be able to play with them. Boom, boom. And once I get tired of them, boom, they swiftly disappear from your presence. Whew.
So does that mean that his toxic trait is liking toxic people?
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
That, I mean, there is a little bit of hearing what you said about like when I'm done with them, I get them to leave, or I manipulate the situation to get them to leave. That to me sounds like maybe some power dynamics are a part of what he enjoys in a relationship of like, I know you, I know what you need and how you move, but you don't you don't know me. You don't have that same type of power and control over me. You only get from me what I'm willing to give you. Do you get what I'm saying? Like kind of maintaining some
I get
distance.
that. So it's like, oh, I see you're trying to run game on me. Okay, I'll play this game too. You don't know I can also play because you're playing. I'm just gonna. You think you're playing me, but really I'm playing you. If you wasn't trying to play me, I wouldn't be trying to play.
I don't know if that's a part of it though. If you like toxic people, you want to play. I don't think it's like if you weren't playing me, then I would be an upstanding partner and we wouldn't have any issues besides what, naturally occurs as two people are trying to join their lives together. If I'm intentionally interested in toxic people, a part of what I am looking for is that dynamic and figuring that dynamic out, enjoying it for as long as I want to enjoy it and feeling like I can walk away scot-free. So to me, it sounds like when we think about attachment style, it sounds like he would be the avoidant partner, right? Like he would be the person who's like, I'm there, but I'm not really there. Like you have access to me, but you don't have full access to me. And when I'm done, I can walk away clean.
Okay. I hear I hear that and I can understand that, but I don't think that is necessarily true of who he is. So I think, or at least the story I'm telling myself from what he said is that when you interact with a person, or I guess in this case, when you're interacting with women, you don't know if they're crazy or not until you get to know them. So you out here mingling, you out here doing your thing. You see a pretty woman, you talk to them, and then as you continue to deal with them, it becomes apparent they're like, okay, she's trying to get. It's like, again, let me go for this case and say, oh, she's trying to get money out of me. Okay, cool. Now immediately you are relegated to side. I'm just going to see what you trying to see what you can get out of me. All right, let me see. Let me just dangle it in front of you, see what I can get. I have no intention of making it serious, and I believe that you're not trying to make anything serious because if I don't give you any money, you're not going to try to give me any attention. So I'm just going to feed it, have my fun. You're getting what you want out of it. I'm getting what I want out of it, but it's on my terms, even though you think it's on your terms. And then once that situation is no longer tenable or what have you, I'm going to cut off the money, and then you're going to disappear from my life. But if I'm meeting with you and it's the same pretty woman, we're dealing with each other and she cool people, we happy and we go about that process. Now, if something happens and it doesn't work out, that's just what it is. But it's not like, oh, I'm gonna dangle something that I know that you're seeking from me, not because of me. Am I making sense? I
get what you're saying. I think what I'm hearing you say is that who he is to a toxic woman isn't who he is to everybody.
Right.
And the reason that he is that way with a toxic woman is because he's already been able to clock what the situation is. That's fair.
I peep game coming my way. I can go to the side, but it's like, okay, I'll play.
Okay, that's fair. I get that. I still think that has an impact on you and your perception of love and relationships.
Absolutely.
And so while that may not be who you are, even who you would intend to be with every woman that you encounter, having to operate in that space, I do think, I don't know, I don't think that it's a monkey suit that you put on and take off. There's always going to be a little smidgen of,
you definitely will be become jaded a little bit because if you deal with that enough times, you start to see a lot of women or a lot of people or what have you, whoever, if you're a man dealing with women or you're a woman dealing with men, there's a lot of dudes out here. There's a lot of women out here who really ain't about nothing. They really are money grubbing. So I can understand that I can understand if you see that and you deal with that, even when you're dealing with people who aren't that, in the back of your mind, it's like, is she? It's like, is she? You're kind of looking on the lookout for it. Not to say you shouldn't be on the lookout for it, but it's more it's more present. Usually you'd be in the back of your mind, they got a triple couple, a couple traps for you to be like, oh, this might be something. This might be something I need to not be in, versus I'm already coming in the game looking at you kind of like you probably may be possibly do that. So I can understand that there can be some jadedness to it. So yeah, I'll give you that one. Not to say that everybody who do it is jaded or what have you, but it's impossible for it not to inform how you view interactions with the opposite sex.
Yeah, I think that that's fair. I think that it would inform anyone's decisions. I had one more point that I wanted to say along. Oh, and the common denominator in this situation is still you.
That's true.
You know, in any other situation where people are like, all of my exes are trash, you still got with all of them, sweetie. What was going on? Like, what happened on your end in which you either reciprocated interest in this person, attracted this person, you know, continued down the path with this person, that in what way are you responsible, basically, right? Like, you're not 100% scot-free. So in what way were you responsible?
How will you take ownership of your part in that coupling, even if it was just to say yes to it, and to entertain it in the first place?
Yeah. And that doesn't mean that this is blame. This is more from a place of you use that information to help you grow to be able to make better decisions the next time. But if you never reflect, you never like sit down and look at the math of 1 + 1 kept equaling 2, and I was one of the ones. You was one of them. You know?
You messed up, and you just got to. You took an L. Take that L and improve upon it.
The L was my lesson. I learned.
Well, however you want to make the L stand for, it's an L. Take it. You ain't gotta like it, but you gotta take it, pick it apart, put it together, and figure out how you don't get that L next time, or take a smaller L and then a smaller L until you get the W.
It's not an L, y'all. I don't agree with Brandan.
All right, okay.
It's a lesson. You will learn something. It's only an L if you don't learn something. Your L's rack up when you don't take the time to reflect and figure out what's going on.
Not figuring out what's going on is only half the battle, Yojo.
That's true.
So, Yojo? Yeah, and knowing it's half the battle, yo. They used to do that at the end of G.I. Joe, like cartoon episodes, but yeah, so like knowing and recognizing this is one thing, but actions is better. Like changed behavior is even better. So it's like, you know that X, Y, and Z is making it easier for you to fall into these traps, so to speak. Why aren't you going around the traps? Why aren't you like doing something to not fall into the trap? If you're not doing that part, then it doesn't necessarily matter how often you recognize it. I mean, recognizing it is good. It's better than not even recognizing it. But if you recognize it, but you're still not doing anything different, you're still not. It's a lowercase L. You're not doing anything. So you're still making the mistake. You're still taking the L.
Lowercase.
You just know you're taking the L, which is might be worse. It might be worse if you know you're taking the L and you're not doing nothing about it.
It's bold and it's lowercase.
No, it's a little bit redder. That mark on the paper is the mark. When you know you bombed a test, I don't know. Like you know you bombing it. Why are you taking it? It hit harder because you like, damn. Nothing I can do. Versus like, I think I maybe the impact is harder when you get when you take the L if you don't know it's coming. But I feel like the feeling, because you get that feeling in your stomach, you like, this is gonna happen once I get the test back. I'm on borrowed time. If you're on something, I gotta tell my parents or whatever, I got this back. So you're like, oh my God, all the way through it, the rest of the day, the rest of the week until you get that test back, you just I'm sick because I know what's gonna happen behind this. Versus when you think you did decently to well, you out here, you happy, you having a good time, but it's only when you see it afterwards, that's when you get hit. But I feel it might hurt more, but it's, you get over that fact. I think it's less time that you feel like that bad.
It's like I was up real high and I dropped real low because I didn't, I got this shocking news that I failed. Damn. Versus like I knew I failed, so I was low in the moment and I was just waiting for the other shoe to drop.
Oh my God.
Fair. All right, let's get into this I
forgot.
And
main topic.
Amuse bouche. Main topic.
Okay.
That was our Amuse bouche. Shout out to Cat Williams. I don't know if I want to shout him out, but I said it already. It's too late.
He's a goat. He's been a goat.
We don't have no issues, but it was a lot of tea spilled. He came in hot. I didn't know he was going to come in hot.
No one knew. Even Shannon Sharp said it. He said, I didn't know. He's like, I didn't even get it. He went in 30 minutes before I even asked him my first question. I was like, yeah, I noticed that as well. He came in ready to kill everybody. Like I came through with the nuclear option. Like I already, he hit him with the dude from it was this superhero type movie that came out, Watchmen. They did a movie, and the main evil character, like the good guys tried to get the girl at the end and try to fight him and try to stop him. And after he gave his monologue, he's like, "No, we ain't gonna never let you get away with it." He's like, "Bro, you think I'm gonna tell you my plan? If there was any feasible way that you can stop it, I set it off 30 minutes before this conversation started." So I feel like that's
dang.
Yeah, he came in. The bomb already went off before the camera even turned on.
Yikes! I'm not fueled by alcohol.
Yeah, I didn't have less than you did.
Yeah.
But it was interesting video. I hope y'all. I'm sure y'all watched it, and not even I hope.
Yeah, the whole internet is talking about it. Yeah, but you could also turn down the internet noise and miss out on things, and that's okay. I feel like
it's okay. Sometimes we need to unplug. Dude, life comes at you fast sometimes, y'all, and it feels like it gets faster as you get older. And I think it's true. It's not feel. It is. Mm-hmm. It is. January about to be over already. That's remember that. All right, so you ready to get into it?
Mister, go ahead.
All right, come on, let's get it.
Got a pretty significant raise.
Relationship ever is just a man constantly having to improve for his life.
Shortly after my husband and I got married, he changed jobs and got a pretty significant raise. 6 months later, he did it again. And a year after that, he did it again. In less than 2 years, he was making 50% more than he was making when we first got married. You may think this is just anecdotal evidence, but this is actually called the marital wage premium. Controlling for age, education, experience, etc., married men make 10 to 40% more than their unmarried male peers. You might say that the only reason why they got married is because they were already high wage earners. But in these studies, that's not necessarily the case. These men got those wage increases after marriage, hence why it's called the marital wage premium. So why might that happen? I, as someone who works on my own growth, have pushed my husband to also work on his. His improvement of himself has made him a more attractive employee. When he struggled figuring out how to ask his boss for a raise, we formulated a response together because I see his worth and value, and I was going to help him express that to someone else. That's what a supportive and loving partner can do for you. But if you're not ready to make 10 to 40% more than what you're currently making, then don't change and stay single.
So that was a little shade thrown at the end right there.
Then all right, don't change.
Stay single. If you want to be broke, stay single. It's pretty much what I heard her say.
Brokies.
When people tell me they're single, I just think, you're so poor.
That's not true. But being a dink, dual income, no kids, it's that dual income.
She didn't make that first
up, part. I didn't make it up. It's on the internet. That dual income, that first part, that really sets it off.
That dual income, no kids.
It's the dual income. The first part sets it off.
Yeah,
if we were single income, no kids.
It says it's in the word.
Yeah. Going down the drain. All your money. Just sink it.
It's a much tougher place to be for sure. But that dual income,
you got breathing room. It's like that breath that you just
said. It's like getting an infinity stone. So, what's your thoughts on it?
Now that I sent this originally, but now that I'm listening to it to the second.
I was like, she had me at first, but now I'm like, I don't agree with that.
Well, no, I just am curious about what the impact is on women because I, as a woman, am also interested in my own growth and do feel like I encourage you to pursue your own growth opportunities. And like, you got a dream? We're going to make that dream happen. This is how we're going to do it. This is the plan for how we're going to do it. I'm checking back in on the plan. I'm talking about where we at, how we progressing towards this goal.
And you helped me jump off on my private practice at least a year before I had any intentions of doing it, before I even planned it. Probably more than that, because I'd be dragging my feet. I was making pretty good money working at this job that I fucking hated before. I probably would have figured out a way to make that keep working for longer. But he was like, nah.
You ain't got to suffer, baby. We're going to get you out of this. And this is how we'll do it.
If only the same could be true. If I can do the same for you.
Well, and that's what it made me think of. Like, I wonder what the impact of being married has on women. Because when we see other statistics in terms of like age, I think like life satisfaction stuff. And the health one, all of the unmarried women are performing better than the married women. Now, this is me trying to remember things. It could be incorrect, so I appreciate you fact checking me right now. But I do remember one thing that we read, at least on the health side of things, that like married men also see a health benefit, right? Because you have someone who is like, go to the doctors, do this, take care of yourself, X, Y, Z. And that benefit didn't necessarily exist for married women. And so I'm just curious what the inverse is. But that's not where I want to spend our entire conversation. It's just the first thing that came to me as I'm watching it again. My initial, very first reaction to watching this was like, yeah, see, I'm about to upgrade you, boo. Your whole life finna get better. But fucking with Death Row.
Come on over here if you tired of motherfuckers dancing all in the videos. You know what I'm saying? Like looking at you to do everything and not trying to get nothing back to you. You go to the date. You're not sure if she's going to the bathroom or she dipping out on you. You don't, she gonna go shoot. You tired of all that? Come over to Death Row Records. That's funny. But I think it's also some truth to it. I think she alluded to it at the end. She was like, yo, if you have someone who really loves and supports you, they gonna elevate you. Like in some way, your life is enriched. I mean, if it's not, what would be that kind of takes like one of the major benefits of being in a good relationship. Yeah. Yeah, it's like 4 eyes better than 2. 2 minds better than 1.
I think the only time that it doesn't work, or to your point of like if they're not doing that, is when your vision for your life and their vision for their life is at odds. Like if y'all are not trying to go in the same direction, then someone trying to go left and the other person trying to go right creates tension, and you can't elevate. We stay stuck because we're in a tug of war where you're trying to go this way and I'm trying to go that way.
It might turn into a competition.
Yeah, so it's more about like, if we can get on the same page, trying to go the same direction, we will get there so much faster. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Is that the saying?
Something close to that.
Something close to that. So like, turn your click up. Find you a bae. And y'all can conquer the world.
I feel like there's not too much. I'm still
looking for statistics.
The statistics of it. I'm not finding anything immediately. I'm just seeing this a general, social support and protection against social isolation and
for married people.
Yeah, there's married people. Being less depressed, less anxious, less psychologically distressed than single, divorced, or widowed Americans. I mean, that makes like total sense when you think about it. I mean, if you're in a healthy relationship. Companionship and support seems to be everything they're talking about. But I would be interested to know like what specific things are improved for women. But I also think in thinking more about why there seems to be kind of a disparity in information being available for the benefits in regards to men and women. I'm thinking this is coming out because they're trying to convince men of the benefits of being married. So we're doing these studies. So it's like, so I'm thinking they study marriages are suffering. Marriages aren't working as they used to be. What's the reason? Men have control over marriage. Let's speak to them about why it might be to your benefit to be married. Hence all of these studies and stuff like that. I would be interested in, and I think most women want to be married.
Yeah.
I think most women want to be married. So I don't think that's something that needs to be sold to them. From what I'm hearing, most dudes is like very not from what I'm told. From what I know, most dudes are very ambivalent at best about marriage. So sell to who needs to be sold to.
Yeah, find the benefit, market to the person who needs to buy.
Hey, bro, you want to live longer? You want to make more money? Hey, you have me at money. Oh, you say I get. How you say 30 to 40% more if I'm married? All right, maybe I need to get this. Maybe I dismiss this a little too. You know what I'm saying? I could work a little hard. I can get somebody. I can find somebody that like me and I like them.
That's fair. Okay, this is old. It's from 2015. I was able to find something, but Research shows the increase in health, wealth, and happiness often associated with marriage are disproportionately experienced by men. Roughly 2/3 of divorces are initiated by women, and a study found that the tendency for women to initiate breakups is inherent specifically to marriages, not all male-female relationships. So that, to me, points to the idea here that these are old.
Mm-hmm. I just know, just based off the date of that came out, that's not academically sound research. That's too
This
old.
other one is from 2003. It says that marriage appears to be beneficial to women's health, but only when marital satisfaction is high.
Yeah.
Now
I've heard that one.
That's the part that I feel like is the key.
Mm-hmm.
Because a woman being dissatisfied in marriage leads to divorce.
Mm-hmm.
A woman being dissatisfied in general has impacts on health and earning and all those things. In addition to the possibility of becoming parents as a part of your marriage and that having an impact on your career growth, right? Like if you got to sit down, be out of the workforce for however long, then your potential earnings aren't going to increase as rapidly as a man.
Especially in comparison to like your peers. So like you're a woman, surgeon or what have you, so you get pregnant, you sit down, you sit down for, I don't know, a year and a half, 2 or whatever you decide. You come back, the people that was on your same level you graduated with, was on the same year as you, they farther ahead, but you behind a year and a half, and that just continue. That's just going to continue, because even then your priority shift. You're not going to want to work as hard as you used to, and as hard as your male counterparts are still going, because your priorities is the kids. Well, I'm assuming. So yeah, I can understand how that can impact satisfaction.
Now I'm low key like, and I don't know if we've had this conversation before, how does marriage benefit women specifically?
Protection, both physical and psychological and emotional. Like if the marriage is a source of strength for the woman, I feel like ain't nothing that she can't do, nothing that she's not willing to do. And then once the woman is happy and satisfied, she's gonna turn around and want to pour back into the family, which makes the family flourish even more. So I think it's kind of a cyclical thing, but I also believe and think that a healthy relationship benefits women on just like a psychological, emotional level, like to the point where it's just like, if a woman is not worried about stuff, I think it adds like at least 5 years to their lifespan on a low ski. Like everything bad that can happen to a woman can come faster. It can come faster, more potently, and last longer if they are stressed or anxious or worried or some way.
That's true. I mean, that might be true of all people, though. You mean anything that, like, health-wise that could happen to... Yeah, it's going to be much worse if you have any sort of significant source of stress or anxiety, and it's consistent, right? So I think that's the other part. It's like, you may experience those things... Like in anything, right? There's going to be peaks and valleys. You may experience those things in your marriage, in your relationship, but if you have that high satisfaction, for the most part, you're at a nice, smooth, easy road. Y'all are just coasting along and things are going well. And you're right. I think that is a big benefit to your mental health if you don't have relationship stress on top of all the other worldly stressors that exist for us.
Agreed. And I was going to add to that, because I was saying like why this is a benefit for women as opposed to being a benefit for everybody, because everybody, like you said, stress and anxiety and stuff impacts men and women. But I was going to say or add on to that, women on average tend to skew more towards neurotic, so they tend to skew more towards the negative emotions more often than men would be. So how I'm hearing that, it means that like women tend to be more anxious, more worried, more stressed at a higher clip than men are, perhaps either more often, or the threshold is might be a little bit lower. So because of that, it's even more important that that we make sure that the women are not stressed, because it can hit them harder, or it can hit them at its it might stress them, but if you as a dude, it's not, it's not that as big of a deal. So I think that plays into why it's specifically important for women, or specifically beneficial to women when it comes to less anxiety, less stress, less depression.
Fair. That was a short list of benefits.
Right. I mean, that's all we could think of.
Off the top. That's fair. I guess it also depends on what you value, like what's important to you. I think to your point of like this marketing, the reason that it makes sense to speak to men about their potential earnings and the elevation that can happen in their life in that way. Like you're going to be healthier. You can live longer. You can have more money, is because those are things that are of value to men.
You got to lead with the money. Like that needs to be the number one on the list of benefits.
You will make more.
You're gonna make more because at the end of the day,
spend more. So you really just gonna break even, sweetie.
Yeah, but you're gonna have it to spend, and it's better to have it to spend than not have it and still have to spend it.
That's true, because I will stress you out, sweetie, if we broke.
Yeah, if you want to stress, yeah, that's stressful. That is stressful right there. Not having the bread as a man, not having the bread, because I feel like the bread is the foundation from which you build it. Everything is built. At least how men look at the situation. We need that. We needs that. Yes. Oh, I'm going to say that the benefits that men get, women can now also benefit from those same things. Because right now it's like men can benefit from money because benefit financially because like you can work your way up and get better positions and stuff like that. The same thing can happen for a woman, that who's out here, working. It can absolutely work for women because technically, all the numbers bear out that women don't be asking for raises. They feel like I don't want to inconvenience people. I feel like I'm not worthy of it. Get a good man who cares and support you. Hey, baby, like this is what you're worth. Like this is how you do it. This is how I did it. This is how you could do it. You go up in there, boom, bing, bang, boom. You come back out $10,000 more money. Babe, they disrespecting you over here. They not doing you right over here. I think you need to put in. I think it's time for you to put an application over here. If you really care about this, they stressing you. You want to do this. They got you right here. I think you need to. They're not appreciating you. Like, nah, you don't need to put up with that. I know you can go. You can make more doing less over here or somewhere else. Maybe if I don't know exactly what, but I just know for sure in the market you can do it, and that can be that same thing. The same way that she said she motivated her man for self improvement in that aspect. The same way a man can motivate their woman to do those same things.
That's fair. It's possible. It's possible.
I mean, yeah.
I before we got here, I was still thinking about that idea of like marketing to people according to what it is that they value. And low key, I'm starting to think that like, we've heard the concept of this 666 man. We've heard about what women care about in regards to like who they want to be with and how that person should look, smell, behave, all those kind of things.
What they can and can't say, what they can and can't celebrate about their life. I'm sorry, we're checking the order right now.
Yeah, we're looking at our Instacart.
Order is like, hey, what's going on?
Dang.
What? They couldn't find nothing?
Yeah, they can't find the vegetables.
Damn. Sorry, real life came in right now. Yeah, gotta make sure our groceries are good for the week. We gotta make sure we be able to eat. And also, since we're talking about it, y'all, everyone who's listening, I'm saying, when's the last time y'all shop for groceries? Do y'all still go to the store and buy? Pull up. Do y'all get it delivered? Have y'all considered getting it delivered? Because it cuts out a lot of time.
It does.
It saves you a lot of time, except when sometimes the grocery store don't be having what you need and they be replacing it with boo-boo shit. But that's not too often. Just don't order on the weekends. Okay.
I'll
probably cut this shorter.
Okay.
Maybe. This is interesting content.
Maybe I'll get her to choose the vegetable medley or vegetable lo mein.
Lo mein or the sweet sriracha. Not interested?
Sweet sriracha works. When I saw that, I thought it was a salad.
Oh, damn. Is that not what you're
I don't think so. It was stir fry.
Oh, stir fry.
I think the sweet sriracha is fine.
That might slap, actually.
Dang, why is it just the one that we want?
Which one are you trying to get?
The teriyaki one. The one with the teriyaki salmon.
Sweet sriracha teriyaki salmon.
Okay, cool beans.
Cool beans. Wow.
Ooh, a throwback to the 90s.
Early 2000s. They were saying it then too.
I don't know. When I was in school saying it, my teachers were like, that's so...
90s? It probably came out in the 90s, but, you know, sometimes a good slang lasts like a little bit longer than usual. Like been cool for about 10, 15, at least 10, 15 years.
Longer than that.
Yeah, longer than that. I think cool just got replaced. What was it? What was the On Fleek or whatever? What replaced cool? Has it been replaced?
No.
Can people still say cool and it doesn't date you? Like people look at you like that is.
I think they don't say cool once. They say cool.
Okay.
Cool, bro. Cool.
Okay. Word.
Bro, I think and dude, those let us.
Yeah.
I'm a dude. You're a dude.
Back to our regularly scheduled programming. Where were we?
We were talking about values. Oh, and I was saying that the things that men get ultimately do benefit women. So maybe that's why. And to your earlier point that women traditionally want to be married. But this was the other thing that I was thinking about this. Women want to be married based often off of an ideal of a fantasy, not necessarily based off of the full reality of marriage.
Yeah, that is also true.
And so if a woman is getting into marriage expecting benefits to her directly, not benefits
and never thought about
proxy.
And never thought about. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, and never thought that like, oh, my benefits might be via proxy. Like my husband may earn more, my husband may be healthier, or whatever, and that in turn benefits me. If a woman enters into a marriage like, I'm gonna be healthy, I'm gonna be the best version of myself, she don't get that. She might be a little perturbed, and then satisfaction lowers, and then divorce court.
Yes, I agree with that. But I would imagine if you are in a good, healthy relationship, that will happen.
What?
Like you get to become the best version of you. You get to become a healthier you. Because if you come into it already healthy, and you pick somebody who's also like healthy or willing to be like, you put like you're going to try to put him on. You be like, hey, I want you to be more healthy, and then they're going to grow. Or maybe they're a little further along than you are. He's going to try to put you on healthier.
You're gonna grow.
So you're going to get that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm into it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I think the issue is you coming into it thinking that you're going to receive all of the benefits, whether that be by proxy or directly. You don't think that anything is going to be like expected of you. You come in thinking like, I'm already where I need to be. At worst, I'm going to help elevate my man's up to where he needs to be, which is where I'm at.
Who think that?
I think subconsciously that's what a lot of like the woman that you said go into a relationship and like not knowing that the benefits can be, and that's why they get dissatisfied, and that's why. And I think sometimes that comes in. They meet reality. They think, oh, it's gonna be like this. Like it's gonna be love, shower up, kid. Everything's gonna go smoothly for me. My man is just gonna get money from me. He's gonna do all these things for me. It's gonna look good for the family. I'm gonna look great. And then they get into it, and then you can get those things, but not knowing that things are going to be demanded of you. You're gonna have to work. Like you're gonna get told that you need to elevate. You're gonna get told that you need to make these adjustments and changes for your man, and it's gonna be expected for you to do those things, and that may not, match what you expected. Satisfaction lowers. Like what? What is what? Lower satisfaction, and they gone because they don't want to do it.
Mm-hmm. That's fair, babe. Definitely a monologue of me. What am I going to get? What do I stand to gain from this situation? And there's gains. There are definitely benefits, but it is work. I don't feel like I've ever heard someone say that marriage isn't work. Mm-mm. And because it is a 2-person job, both people have to work. If you do all the work and I don't do anything but sit back and relax, we're not going to get very far. If I do all the work and you don't do anything but sit back and relax, we're not going to get very far. The only thing that we're going to get is farther apart, sweetie, because I'm going to be going in one direction and you're going to be standing still. Now I'm going to look back. I'm going to be like, hey, come on. Like, this is where I think we're going. This is where I think makes the most sense. Like, let's try to make sure that we get there. But I can only look back for so long before I feel like I'm leaving you in the dust.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I think that also happens with women as well. They get with a dude. On paper, it looks great. They slack. They baby trying to, hey, I think I'm trying to help you. I'm doing what any person in a healthy relationship who cares and is supportive is supposed to do, to try and do it, but you not. But they still doing their stuff, and it's like, bro, like I'm carrying you.
Yeah.
Like, you're not holding up your end of the social contract. Like, what you want me to do? All right, this ain't working out. I'm out.
Yeah. I can carry you for a little bit, but I can't carry you forever.
Right.
Because that's what we're supposed to be able to lean on each other.
Mm-hmm.
But if you lean on me so much, I'm not going to be able to stand up no more.
Mm-hmm.
Then we both on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Looking pitiful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can lean on you. I can lean on you. You can lean on me. And as long as it's looking, and as long as it's looking like you're trying to like be able to carry your weight, we Gucci.
I'll help you carry on.
Karaoke minute, yo.
For
all right, that's enough. You might get copyrighted.
That's true. And this voice too precious.
You gotta preserve it. Preserve it.
So I'm gonna need. Mm-hmm. But I agree with you, babe. Mm-hmm. I'm with you. We with each other. We together. You got anything else?
No, I'm just saying. I agree with the video.
Yeah,
I think some great points that she had about men being able to elevate and do better, if only because the weight of the responsibility of having a family. It's been spoken on, before by other podcasters like Crew Season and things like that. Like, when you have a family, when you have somebody that people are depending on you in order to live a good life, it would motivate you to do the best that you possibly can, to not be as complacent, to make sure that needs are being met. So, like, you can be complacent as long as you want. You can stick around in this shitty job and be mad and come home and, do whatever and just lay on the couch. It's just you. It's nobody there who's going to suffer because you not doing something. And you can eat that. That's okay for whatever. I mean, I'm not saying it's okay, but in the scheme of you hurting anybody else except for yourself, you could do that. But when you got a wife, when you got kids who is looking to you to be able to eat, to be able to do whatever, you gotta go hard. You gotta go harder. And I think that puts a lot of pressure on men. And then that be like, okay, I've been sitting here long enough. I need a little bit more money. This position became available. I'm pretty sure I can do that job. I'm going to, at very least, I'm going to apply, and then I'm going to do that. I want to get more money into the household. I want to be able to take care of baby. I want to make sure the kids is good. I don't want to not be able to do that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now hearing you say that, I agree with it. Mm-hmm. But I'm curious if you feel like that switch kicks on when you only have a partner, like pre-kids, as dinks. Do you feel do you feel like I am dependent on you? Do you feel responsible for me in the way that you just described?
No, but I do feel that responsibility. Like, I want to be able to pull my weight. I want to be able to pull the pressure off of you if necessary. If necessary, I don't want to have to tell you no because I don't have the capability to provide it for you. Like, outside of, like, I'm literally unable, like you say, hey, baby, I need a yacht, baby. I'm not a millionaire. It's nothing I can do to get there. But if it's on something like, oh, I wanted to get my nails done, I was like, I can't get that for you. Cause, like, I just decided not to get a promotion because I didn't feel like applying for it. Mm-hmm. That's just me. I'm not saying you ain't nothing if that's your life or something. I'm just saying, like, for me, nah, I feel I have a lifestyle that I want to be able to have and maintain, that I envision for us, and then for us with kids that I want to be able to meet. And I want to make sure I do that. I want to do everything in my power to meet that. When I was single, I still had that vision now, but I was damn near, I was there. I was within my vision that I had for myself. I was living well. I was able to be able to travel how I want. It was a sweet situation for me. So even though I knew that I could move on and do some other things that would probably give me more money. It was real easy. Everything, it was, it was a routine. I knew it back and forth. I could move things around how I wanted to. I was able to set up my life and my schedule how I wanted to. And I was willing to just go about doing that. But once I got with you, the pressure got going there. Still, I was kind of still dragging my feet, but I was like, okay, I need to start working on this now. And then you helped it as well.
Yeah. I feel that. I definitely feel not the same sense of responsibility. I don't know. I recognize that I am a contributing member of this household and I am responsible for contributing. So I don't feel like you're dependent upon me, I guess. And that was the word that I was like, I don't know if I feel like you're dependent upon me, but I do know that you have an expectation for me to meet the responsibilities, meet my portion of the responsibility.
So you're dependent on me to meet my responsibility.
Right. And there is trust there. There's trust that is built there and continuously kind of validated by me showing up and meeting my responsibilities. So times where I'm like, I don't want to be responsible for anything. I don't want to do shit. I don't want to work. I don't want to do anything. I'm like, that's not an option. Like, no. That's not no longer that's an option privilege for me to just be able to be like, okay, if I don't want to, I won't. And not that I think that pressure would feel different if I was a single person, because literally all of my lifestyle would depend upon me and my income. And I've felt that before of like, I really don't want to continue doing this, but now I have bills, I have responsibilities. But now I feel it in a different way of like, my choices are not just going to impact me. If I make a choice to do something just based off of a feeling or, that is short-sighted, it is going to have an impact on you and an impact on our lifestyle. And that impact could be much longer than the short-sighted decision that I wanted to make. So I feel that. Definitely feel like, okay, this is the long game now. It's not just about where we're at right now or how I'm going to feel in a couple of months. This is like, where do we want to be in 5 years from now? And how are we laying the foundation for that right now, today? How are we making decisions that reflect our values? How are we making decisions that contribute to the lifestyle that we want to have, the family that we want to have, and the legacy that we want to leave? Those are the types of decisions that we have to make. It's not just like,
agreed,
I don't want to work no more.
And I think that practicality is one of the reasons that I love you. Like, recognizing that, like, I know you don't want to work. I don't fucking want to work either. Ain't nobody really want to work their job for real. Like that, like if they had the option, if someone said, hey, if you can work less hours at your job and make the same amount of money, would you take it? I don't know anyone on earth who wouldn't take that, take that deal. So I think, but the adult thing is to be like, yeah, I know I don't want to work, but I got to do this shit because I can't. You can't not do it. It's just not what it is. And you can work to try to figure out, but to be in a position where you can just be like, I'm not working no more, but my life is still the same. It's like, where do they do that at? Like, that is a privilege of godly, like, ability. Like, and that is a benefit that women receive that men will never have. Boys, only young boys have that. That makes sense for. Like, I don't want to work. I ain't got to work. Type, and I say young boys. But if you black, probably never on a low. Like, once you can turn 16, you get a job, it's expected you at least paying for your gas or something. So yeah, men don't have the option of being like, like I wish one day, like, I can just, I'm just trying to find me a good woman and who's making good money. And who can support, and I fall in love with them, and I won't be able to work. I won't have to work. I can quit this job because I hate working. I hate having to make these decisions and do all these. I want somebody who I love and trust to go ahead and have the ability to take that from me. Hearing me say that, how that sound to you?
Well, it sounds like a sweet life to me. A sweet gig if you can get it. if you can get it. If they're taking couples, we could just go ahead and apply, and then me and you can just We already love each other. We just
Right.
gotta basically we need to be adult children because that sounds like a parent to me, someone that I love and trust.
Find like a old billionaire who never had any
Mhm.
children, and we just fill in that role for them.
Mhm.
And then in return, they just pay for
Fund
our
our
lifestyle until they die, and then we got to go back and
Mhm.
find somebody else. Or you gonna leave us something?
They're gonna leave us in the will.
Oh,
We
okay.
are accepting applications for sugar parents.
Damn,
It's not
I ain't
a
never heard of
daddy
that
or a
one. I like
mama.
that. Yo, you think
A
that's out?
sugar
You
parent.
think that's a thing? On the low, I kind of think that's happening right now, but it's not. But it's not big enough for it to like bubble up for us to really hear about it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You might hear about that within the next 50 years.
Might be all these a few of these millennials who aren't having kids who maybe want the feeling of like, okay, I still want some companionship, some relationship, like a parent-child relationship.
Babe.
Sugar parent.
We are
Tangent.
we are
That was a bit of a tangent.
we about to, and we still on it. We going further. We're sorry. Not really. I saw a video. I don't remember when it was, but I remember. I think I discussed it amongst the boys in the group chat. It's a dude in Japan whose job is to like be your friend for professionally. Like he'll show up. He'll like go to have lunch with you. You know what I'm saying? He just posts up next to you, just chilling. He makes like $300K a year or something wild like that doing that. And business is booming for him. People just hiring him for like just for like an hour just to hang out. And he don't pay for none of the meal, none of the drinks. They pay for like everything it takes about you just. So he's like he's a platonic sugar baby. Damn. I was like, yo. Because this loneliness thing is real, nigga. Motherfuckers is lonely right now. It's not gonna get better. It's gonna you're gonna be lonely until you know what I mean. Like loneliness isn't like a common cold. Like you just get hit like I'm lonely, and then your immune system builds up, and then you're no longer affected by that strain of loneliness. No, like you're gonna be lonely until you're not. But if you don't ever find community with somebody, you'll continue to be lonely. And that, you gonna get more money and all that, but you're still gonna be like, damn. Yeah, we're taking applications.
Sugar parents apply at the
actually, we're not taking applications. We are looking to apply because we're not lonely. We're trying to apply for somebody who is lonely so we can take care of our life. Yeah. So we're looking for some people who are taking applications.
Sugar parents,
hit us up.
Yeah, sugar grandparents.
Yeah.
However, because a grandparent now they spoil you.
That's true if they like you.
Yeah, we're favorites.
And what they hire you just so they can treat you like
the grandkid that they
don't like. They'll treat you like the redheaded stepchild.
Hire me to treat me mean?
Yeah.
No.
You probably have a better shot of getting that job than the job where we're just going to treat you well. Because it's a mean mom.
I don't want those jobs.
And also, it sucks that's a saying. That's a thing. Get treated like a redheaded stepchild. I was like, damn, that's cold blooded, boy. People really don't like redheads.
I know.
Damn, what did they do? No, I'm saying I'm not victim blaming. Yeah, so how do we get here?
I don't know, but I think it's time to
wrap it up. But yeah, long story short, we're in
112 where the players dwell.
Oh yeah, we are episode 112. Yeah. So the moral of the story is find yourself in a healthy relationship. Find yourself in a healthy relationship and watch your life get better. Yep.
I'm 2 years younger than what I really am. All thanks to Brandan.
Damn. So should I be reevaluating? Because I'm 6 years older. Yeah. But I'm pretty sure that has nothing to do with our relationship at all.
No. We eat the same thing.
Yeah.
We work out the same amount. It's just your body is different from mine.
Yeah, that, and I'm still a recovering fat person.
Not recovering.
Yeah, I'm still in the process of treatment.
That's true. You haven't had your 5 years of fitness.
Yeah, no. Speaking of 5 years of fitness, is you got to be fit for 5 years so your body locks it in.
Yeah, before you lock it in
as the new standard. It hasn't happened for me yet. Yeah. So I'm still working towards it. So that's why the numbers are looking like they are. But don't worry. Now, so I'm gonna get there one workout at a time, and also diet, but mostly do working out. The diet is straight. It's decent.
Yeah. And also, you already have longevity on your side.
I do.
People in your family smoke cigarettes, not crack or Your
cigarettes.
family smoked cigarettes. They still be kicking.
They was until they literally couldn't. Until they got a condition where that's the thing that was going to literally kill you. If you have one more, you're not going to stop breathing.
But they was kicking.
And they still alive. It's still kicking, boy. Yeah, got longevity. So
yeah, I need these 2 years. Okay, people be kicking the bucket early on this side, so I needed these 2 years to help me hold on.
That's what, see how we found each other.
You got what I need.
Complimentary. All right, y'all. We're going to wrap it up here. We appreciate y'all tuning in to another episode of the Buffet Podcast with your luxurious hosts, Brandan and Ciandra. And if you haven't already, go ahead and like and subscribe. We're trying to get to 200. I probably should have said this at the beginning, but we're trying to get to 200 subscribers by end of February.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We're trying to get, I'm just throwing it out there. I'm trying to manifest it. So let's get there. We love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Happy New Year once again. I hope it's off to a great start.
Yeah, more blessings, more life, more energy, more passion, more power, more love, all 2024.
Peace.
Yeah.